Now it was time for the wife of the bad story. But before she began, she told us all about her 5 past husbands. My rich old husbands were the best, she said. They did everything for me. Women are more important than their husbands, after all. Some pilgrims lauded openly when they heard about all her different past lovers, young and old. But when she began her story, we all listened interestedly. In King Arthur's time, the king and his knights lived in the castle of Camelot. One of the Arthur's knights, Tarquin, loved Lucretia, a beautiful young woman with long black hair. But she didn't love him. One day, she sat under a tree by the river, when suddenly Tarquin rode his horse out the forest and took her in his arms. "Help!" cried Lucretia. But Tarquin carried her away quickly on his horse to an old house on a hill far from the Camelot. There he put her in a dark room and closed the door behind her.
At once King Arthur called his knight to him. "Find Tarquin and Lucretia," he said, "and bring them to me." They soon brought Tarquin and Lucretia to the king. He was angry with Tarquin. "When a knight from Camelot treats a woman badly, he must die," said Arthur.
But Queen Guinevere felt sorry for Tarquin, so she asked her husband, "Can I give a different punishment to him?"
"Of course," said the king.
Then she said to Tarquin, "Tell me the answer to this important question. What do women want most of all?" Tarquin didn't know, so he said nothing. Then the queen said, "Tarquin, you can leave Camelot now, but you must come back in a year with a good answer to my question, or you die." So Tarquin went from village to village and town to town, and always he asked different women Guinevere's question. In one village they answered, "We want money." In the next village they said, "We want to be happy." In one town they told Tarquin, "We want to hear nice things from our lovers." Day became week, and week became month. Soon it was time for Tarquin to go back to Camelot. He felt bad because he didn't have a good answer to Guinevere's question. On the road to Camelot, Tarquin rode his horse through a forest. It was dark and not easy to see there. After some time, he got off his horse and began to walk. Just then, he saw 24 beautiful young women in front of him. They were all in green dresses, and they sang beautifully, lauded, and moved in and out of the trees. But when Tarquin came near, they suddenly left, and the only thing there in front of him was an ugly old woman. Tarquin told his story to her and asked her Guinevere's question. "I can tell you the answer," she said, "but first you must promise me something."
"What?"
asked Tarquin. "You must pay me back later for my help."
"Of course, old woman,"
lauded Tarquin. In Camelot, Tarquin went at once to the queen. "What do women want most of all?" asked Guinevere.
"To rule their husbands."
Guinevere asked the women in the room. "Is that right?" "Yes," they all said. "Tarquin, you are a free man," said Guinevere. Just then, the ugly old woman from the forest came into the room. "Wait," she cried. "That young man's answer came from me."
"It's true,"
said Tarkin. And now you must pay me back, said old woman.
How much money do we want?
Asked Tarkin. I don't want money, she said. You must marry me. So Tarkin married the old woman that afternoon. That night, before they went to bed, his new wife was sad. What's the matter, husband? She asked. Why don't you look at me?
Wife?
He said.
I feel ill when I see your face.
But my ugly face is a good thing, she answered. No man is going to want to take me to bed, and so I am always going to be faithful to you. What do you want? A quiet, faithful but ugly wife, or a beautiful but not faithful wife?
I don't know.
Said Tarkin.
Your choice for me.
When she heard this, the old woman felt happy. She now ruled her husband. Kiss me, she said. I am going to be your faithful and beautiful wife. So Tarkin kissed the ugly old woman, and at once she became young and beautiful. And after that, Tarkin lived very happily with his beautiful, faithful wife for many years.